No, seriously, this video is that good. It's so different and yet so special by its own unique standards. I really, really like it. What is up, you beautiful people? Yeah, I don't know why, but today I'm really in the mood to review another song from ONEUS. But thanks to you guys, I actually know now it's called ONEUS. I didn't see it actually in the name, but now that you guys explained it to me, thank you very much for that. It actually makes sense. But for today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be looking at To Be or Not To Be. That has been suggested by you guys. You say it's going to be an amazing song. I will be honest, I did see part of the video, actually the first 30-40 seconds of it, just to kind of get a feel for it. And I must say, it is a little bit interesting. And I'll explain a little bit later while we're looking at the video. But guys, thank you very much for the suggestion. And on top of that, like always, if you got any videos you want me to review in the near future, put them in the comments below. That's the best way for me to find out what you guys want me to review next. And on top of that, if you do enjoy the channel by itself, why not just subscribe? I do weekly videos, if anything, bi-weekly videos, and it's really a growing community. I love premiering, I love talking to you guys. I really just enjoy what I'm doing here, and thank you for the support, guys. It's really helpful. But I would just say, let's not waste any more time and let's just jump right into the video. Like always, if I watched it, I did, but only the first few seconds of it, so really just the first 30-40 seconds of it. And there are a few things that I picked up already, and like always as well, guys, I am not here to bash the group. We're here to analyze the video, see what we can learn from, especially from a cinematography point of view, and of course maybe talk a little about the song itself. You know, we're going to keep it simple. That's what we like doing, no? Let's see what it has to offer. So in all honesty, this scene, I don't know why, but it reminds me just a little bit of Lord of the Rings, and it fits the music, it fits the vibe. We got a bit of a prehistoric building or architecture that we see in the background. I really like what they did here. I don't know if this is a real location or if this is in studio, but I must say it looks fantastic, and I love the colors itself. You know, these are one of those scenes where I'm like, you know, maybe it's better to do a little bit of an acting course, because in all honesty, he looks a bit high. They all look like they smoked a little bit too much, you know. They're like, yeah. The thing is, you just don't understand what they're laughing about. Like, that context is missing a little bit. So if it was me who would have shot the scene, I'd say, guys, let's smile a little bit less. And let's be more like this, you know, a little bit more humble, a little bit more serious, while keeping the smile and keeping the aesthetic going. This is a good look. See, now everything just looks so much better from their acting point of view. I like that. The other scene was a little bit too much. You know, sometimes too much shows a little bit too much of a fake posture. Ooh, nice transition. Really nice color palettes, like very subtle hints of colors. They're not too aggressive. Nothing here pops besides the green. His eyelids are like, even that small detail of blue in his eyes. I don't know how they do it, in all honesty. I am not an expert on makeup, but this is more or less very impressive. Really nice done. On top of that, does anyone know how you can color your hair like this without making it permanent? I know there are these kind of sticks that you can buy, but I've seen it basically in some productions, but what are they? Does anyone know how to do it? Like, really, where you just have it for like a day or for 2 days or anything? That would be nice to know. Put it in the comments or put it in the chat if you do know what that is. Let's actually analyze this. Like, this was a bit of a weird scene, but we get to that a little bit later. So the first thing I want to say again is, here I just love the color palette. Like, it's exactly like the same scene that we just saw, but the green is just very subtle while also popping just enough. It's just the right amount of green. Very nice. And then again, it's the same scene again. I really just love the colors here. This you again, you can screen grab it and make a poster out of it. Looks good. Very simple scene here, and again, sorry for pausing a lot, but what you can see here is basically a room, and literally the room of itself doesn't really look that amazing. You can see that it's like more or less rotting away. Most likely this is going to be studio, but I love what they did here with adding a cloth on the floor to add a bit of purity, a little bit of cleanness. In normal ideas, white stands for purity, it stands for being clean, and it's very contradicting to the room itself, because as you can see here, it looks a bit damaged, but while he's lying on here, it's clean. I don't know if there's a double meaning behind it, But if there is, will be interesting to know. So this was, sorry guys, and again, I'm really sorry for pausing here so much, but there's so many things in their videos of ONEUS. Basically, ONEUS just has so many things going on that I'm like, wow, you know, there's a lot to learn. I really was a little bit distracted about what these things really were. I was like, wait, those are not fingers, are they? You know, you have to double look. So for me, this was a little bit of like, huh, what's happening here? But later it explains itself, which is actually good. It's just a bit of a weird first shot. Very nice transition. Very nice, noble, golden colors here. And, you know, again, I don't like it. This face softening just looks terrible. You can more or less see that, as weird as it is, you can really see they masked out their lips, because here all of a sudden it's very sharp and here it's unsharp. You know, I hate this inconsistency in all honesty, but that's the industry standard, and if they like it, well, fantastic. I just believe they should get rid of this software. Whoever invented it, man, stop selling it to these companies. These stars don't need it. So, for example, here we have the scene with the fingers. I think this would have been a much better first scene where you saw these things coming out of the ground. For me, it looked a little bit more like an organ part of the male. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, wait, what? What are these things just sticking out of the floor? A little bit of a weird scene for me. But this would have been a little bit of a better shot, because it just shows like, oh, it's a hand or part of the hand growing out of the floor. It would have been a little bit more effective, I think. I love the contrast, really nice. Really nice. I don't know what I'm getting here somehow, but in all honesty, I'm getting a bit of a Taemin vibe here in the sense of locations. Is this SM Entertainment? No, this is not. But I'm really getting this vibe as if he was somehow in the background or inspired. Either way, he was inspired by them or they were inspired by him. I can't really say, but it's nice. So this is something interesting that I noticed as well, and this is why I more or less got inspired by the idea that Taemin was here. The location itself we have seen before. I'm trying to see what song it was. Where's my phone? Do I have my phone here? Let's quickly look it up. One of Taemin's songs, they basically did a photo shoot where he did his photos in this location. What song was it? Sorry guys, we're just gonna do this while we're on the go, but Advice, no, it's not Advice. I think it's Idea, if not mistaken. Is it Idea? Yeah. So Idea with Taemin, they used the same location for his photo shoot. I don't remember them using this location for the MV itself, but it's very interesting to see how they actually use the same location. I mean, you only have that many locations in the world, you know, unless you build something new. But it's nice that they are also using the same location. It's a very spectacular location. Like, I'm getting this vibe as if the photo shoot from Taemin and Idea and this video somehow are connected. I don't know why, but the vibe is very similar when it comes to the idea of the color grade, of the vibe of the picture and the imagery you see. Very interesting, very interesting. I don't know if it's true, I can't say that, but great location. I already said that as well in the photo shoot of Taemin with Idea. Whoa, what? Oh, damn, that's... I didn't... Wow. So, what's kind of cool here is that, yeah, it looks cool that he more or less hurt someone, but the effect itself is only like a 2D effect that's on the screen. You know, as you can see, it's not very three-dimensional. It's a little bit out of where the damage should be, and it's a little bit too sharp as well, but it's nice still. It's a nice effect without showing too much. And then you have the red lights again, trying to show blood or the definition of blood. Really nice. Like, literally, doesn't this just look like Taemin and Idea? Should we have a quick look at... Let's have a quick look at that, actually. You know, Taman idea. We're just going to do this live. But no, photo shoot. No? Photo shoot. Let's have a little look at this. I just want to demonstrate it a little bit. Don't you guys get the same vibe from these images that he's created? Any of these images? Ah, look, here's that same building, the same type of roof. Again, the same location. Super cool. Oh, do you guys even see that? I think you guys don't. Let's fix that up a little bit. There you go. Do you see it? Same location. Very interesting what they did here. I think it's totally fine. Like I said, it's nice to reuse ideas, but I'm curious who did it first. And yet they did it so uniquely from each other. Like, I'm happy that Taman did not use this location in his MV, and it was more or less just a spoiler to what it could have been. Very interesting indeed, I must say. I mean, generally it's just, you know, sometimes it's really hard to use the same concepts, let's say, and yet try to make them all look a little bit different from one another. That's a very tough thing. It's like, look how many cars are in the world and how they all, or most of them, try to look a little bit more unique from one another. But it's very nice anyway. Let's go back in the video. Let's straighten this up a little bit. I think that's okay for you guys. Let's continue. I heard that they are trying to be vampires, if not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. A little bit of a fast pace of editing going on here. Like, they're trying to glimpse like as if it was light, like but it's not very on beat, and it's, to me, it's just a little bit too fast. I think there are some moments here, for example, what we see here, nice and slow, which are a little bit nicer to look at. Not everything has to be fast, unless you're trying to be suspenseful, but it wasn't very suspenseful. Very good editing there, though. Like, there, the editing was really spot on. I just think that the video itself is just so contrasting. It's going like from a heaven type of shots, for example this, to all of a sudden red and very gruesome. Very interesting mix. Again, very contrasting. I think this is one of the most contrasting videos I've seen in a long time that actually displays heaven, devil, or whatever they're trying to contrast here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Whoa, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Whoa, what? Was that a move? How did they do that? Okay, I'm really curious how they did this, but it seems like they really have good body control to all of a sudden pull up a move like this. You know, pulling yourself up, that's a lot of back muscle that you need for that. Very nice. This is a really gruesome video. I've not seen any K-pop videos that deals with blood as much as this video. Very interesting. The location itself is fantastic. I really wish a location like that existed here as well. Would love to shoot something there. A little bit of an interesting fact though. Do you see these kind of buildings? There are in most cases actually run down buildings. I cannot say it for this location in particular, but most of these rundown buildings, it just costs too much to tear it down and build something up new. So they actually leave it. And in most cases, for example here, they actually just leave it as is, make sure that it's still secure, that it's safe to enter and everything like that. But it's worth more like this because people will try and rent it out for special occasions, for example MVs, events, or anything like this. I can imagine this place really being used for multiple purposes like this. Very interesting. I mean, like an event hall basically. Can you just imagine that you rent this place and then there's like fake blood everywhere in the location? That would be interesting. Very nice. All handheld. Super. I love it when the cameras are handheld. Damn, this video is gruesome. What is going on? Is this 18 plus? Oh, that's impactful. Very nice shot. Let's have a look how wide it. Oh, that's a wide shot though. Like, and then they add some special effect to it. You know, some smoke. Very nice shot though. Very clean. Wow, nice. Bam. You know, you felt like the Hulk was coming down from space and crashed down. That was a very impactful shot. Very nice. If anything, the nicest shot so far. Damn, this video is gruesome. Like literally, I said it multiple times, but this video is really... But I like it. Very different. Very nice shot. One sec, what's happening here? Okay, we got a bloodshot as an end shot. King Taman will come now. No, I'm just joking. Such a weird MV, and yet so interesting to look at. I mean, guys, let's just jump right into it. ONEUS, I think, is just so different from the rest. They are really ballsy, and they dare to do different things. I mean, wow. I've never seen an MV that is so bloody. I don't even know if this video, you know, has an age restriction on it because, you know, YouTube knows my age, but does it? I don't think a video like this can be so gruesome, actually. I'm not really sure. Like, it's not overly top like torture or anything, but this is actually amazing. Like, so different because K-pop tries to be very innocent. They try to be very simple, but this is really a little bit different. This is a little bit like, oh, this is a little bit dangerous, you know, but I really like what they did here. I like the videography itself. I love the location. You know, if we talk about videography, of course, in some of the angles, I think it's a little bit too focused and sometimes it's always too wide. But in all honesty, I think they did an overall fantastic job trying to keep everything a little bit unique from one scene to the next scene. You know, you need to keep a flow going without making it too boring. They did a good job here. And I think the contrasting colors, the contrasting shots and scenes really are interesting to this video. When it comes to the editing, of course, you know, every editor has his own style. Like, they all try to be unique from one another. And I get that. I also have that. You know, you try to find your unique thing. Doesn't mean that everyone has to agree with it, but for this video, it seems like whoever was in the production team did agree to it, and I will be honest, I think they did a fine job here. Is it perfect? No. Was it sometimes too quick? Yeah. But it's still, I understand what they were going for, but it wasn't just that perfectly executed, if I can say so. You know, it wasn't to the degree how I would have done it, in all honesty. I think a video like this, yeah, there were some quick moments with the music and the beat, but I would have kept it nice and slow because it's a very intense shot. And for intense moments, it's better to slow it down, in my opinion, because you're like, damn, you can really focus on what's happening on the screen. But that's only a minimal, you know, that's only like 1% of the video. So I still think they did a great job here. Guys, thank you very much for suggesting this video. I think it's really mind-boggling to see how good this video actually is. I really, really enjoyed it. I want to see more of these videos, like throw them at me. I really, really want to see more. So I'm just going to say, guys, keep suggesting them to me. Put them in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. And of course, make sure to check out all the links down below from my Discord to my Patreon. Let's support the channel. Let's support each other and let's grow the K-pop community. I think it's a very interesting community. I've learned a lot from it, from editing, from videography, how to shoot different angles. So for me, it's not only just watching videos, it's also a bit like learning a Bible. You know, you're trying to study how things are done in the past or how other people have done their magic in shots. So hats off to whoever did the video editing here. But guys, thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next video. Catch you then. Bye.